Good morning, everyone. Yeah, that. How's did you answer Malota? Gigan Yawajik Dan, Gomgi, subject, Lobzen, Lojong, Lobzen, Yawutin, Yawujanja, Tapsichigo, Resra, Gigan Yashu, the Dan, Gomjayagita, Lobzen, Simla, she did to Yag, Tablam. 약쇼의 가도 책이 어려서 상물하고라.
Yeah. In general, we seek out a teacher that, and also classes, advice by where we can meditate, where we can tame our minds. The classes with a view to subduing mental peace, seeking out the best methods for that, don't we?
이게 약쇼의 책이 어려서라. 이게 약쇼의 가도 딱이 어려서라.
Yeah. So it's good to check out where's the most qualified teacher, the best teacher.
이네 먼저 수수 틸에 이게 약쇼의 디 하고요 말했어. 이게 약쇼의 틸에 자지 신다 제가 두고요.
But it could be the case that your best teacher is right next to you and that you leave them and look for them elsewhere.
아니 기겐데 수레스 라위나 라 기겐 수레스 니잖아. 기겐 수레스.
Yeah. The question is, who is that teacher, you might ask?
저는 틸 콘돌라니들이스.
The answer is the one that is close to you, that gets on your case, that makes you irritated. That's your best teacher.
되네. 틸 챌린지 신이들도 콘돌 녀도선이 동해선이들도
Yeah.
너들 개개 아셔 너들에다.
Those that challenge you, those that make trouble, those that cause you to suffer, these are the best teachers.
제가 티자 제가 로 말에 티자 틸이 열었을
Why you have to go seeking a teacher when they're right close to you?
다디 티자디 가르라고 열어라. 가르라고 열어라디 제가 전화라야 콘돌란제 서발라고 열었어. 와 서발라고도 하다.
Madam, what does that teacher say or advise to you when you are angry? They're advising you to be patient.
제가 콘돌란이 기겐데 수수서와 세베냠레람니 기겐야 슈드로와 오네로와.
Yeah, really that is the best teacher, isn't it? For the person who gets irritated, for someone to give you the chance to be patient, that's the best.
다드네 티도와 데니 녀도스라니데도와 수술레르 스테드네야 데 파치 지레르스 지기제로셰 파파 발라발라 추즈 발라발라 라고도와.
Yeah.
다 디즈네 시스템나래야 지 마지우라고다 지금 마데오라 연구도로.
Yeah. And then there are those that are close to you when you are relaxed that make a type of trouble or a scene. Maybe they talk this, they talk that. And in the conditions of that, you get mentally upset, you feel ill at ease.
다 디네가라니 수수 세미나로네 수수 셈디 다고야 보잡 아니 셈디 디 강행래 동련 치도비나 강행 트레드 동련 치도비나 근데 다 치로 개요 말되네 가져 요나 콘라니 지기 숨싱아 가져 요나 개요 말되네.
Now, if one can have a degree of control over one's mind, if one is guarding one's mind, then one is able to take the sufferings that you meet. One is able to bear them. And in that sense, it doesn't matter in an external sense whether you meet 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 troublemakers. There's no problem for you. You will keep calm.
제가 먼저 셈게 수수 상라야고 다나 셈게 시대디 수수 다고 잡시나 수지가 더 두고 말해라.
If you really think on it think deeply, if you are able to cultivate your own mind with mental peace, no one can take that from you.
다 먼저 단다 대치기어로 가서 셈라 도나치는 마셔베시 오늘 배치로를 전장 삼담의 인자 아니 치료게 지 내주 디그마티션데 아니 나지부도 나지우면도 나데 가부도 나데 가오면도 데 야부도 데도자도 슬랍제 아니 다 치료게 지 내단 담만데 지 퇴현디 아니 델라데네 초와 담만의 용구로
Yeah.
아니 초와디 지라 죽친으로 와 초와디 줄 초와디 컨트롤 마셔베 초와디라 수수 당진도 마셔베 초와디 지라 죽도고 인자 아니 딩상다 emotion gi jela doje emotion ji 강연 십지 퇴대게요 당만 제단 니인데 안아서 팅상다 팅상은 미다 많차게 디시기도 초단 되게 계제냐 시기도 미지다 뭐마이나 지다 지기 숙단 되와 레버단 되와요 계제시라 시고로 뭐마처럼도 모던 세니도 레버 치우지잖다 베 브랜드 지 브랜드냐 랍데게요로 다 팅상 브랜드 람니시라요 말이다 feeling kya la de gyor da ma mi de ting sabro dore ta ina feeling je la juk chin je ani de o mi de negative mango do o mi de ji do ni do la je ne o de ne ngara do da ji do na la da ting san de sem gi kang e da nge lao ma re chang zo ngara zo sang mo ta de kar so re ngoy ne ju re keleng go re swa sem gi kang e 하장 숙청무 차지 되대요레스 인데 셈강에데 제가 초하게 질러 주신 근데 초하데 있다고 초바데 당진 지역에 탈란 매버치 근데 요는 용거래고 상상라 야고 용거래서 상상라 남시 지구 용거래 상상라 남시 두자 용거래 상상라 미직부직 장에는 상상라 미대 야고 치그래 상상라 두자 치그래 뒤내가라 수수 미 피조기 제일 도대로 인자네 그래서 심난게 라운 정말 쇼자르다 요 말해서
Claro. So the problem is that we don't subdue the inner qualities of the mind, but we are constantly fixated on external things, on these outside things. So if the outside conditions are happy, we are happy. If not, we're not happy. If the outside weather is good, we feel good. If it's not, we don't feel good. Or it's the same with a person. I like such and such a person, so I'm feeling good, or I don't like another person, so I'm not. Or even with your attitude to things, such and such is good, or such and such is bad. So there is this kind of feeling or emotional component to our connections that we can't control. We lose control, and these are like emotional problems. These days, everyone is talking about, well, we can't control those feelings, but we follow them. And these days, people are talking a lot about their feelings and their emotions. It used not to be the case. People used to talk more about the brain level of things and science and form. But nowadays, people have gone a bit deeper into understanding mind and started to think about the mind. And the point is that once you start just following the minds, the negative minds, then I don't need to tell you this, but we see that in the context of society, the reality is that people have a lot of mental issues. And the reason behind that is because people are just following those feelings with no self-control over them. So in that sense, they're just so dependent on these external things. As I said, if the weather is good, you feel good. If not, you don't feel so good. If the person you're with is happy, you feel happy. If not, you don't feel happy. So it's all about, not controlling one's feelings, one's mind.
그래서 저런서 근데 연구를 배워 먼저 치기 내주 야니 가르치는 심마도 같은데 연구를 해서나 근데
It's reality, isn't it, that your state of mind is dependent on external things being good or bad. I can guarantee 100% we are affected like that.
아니 치로 내주 담아나 가르쳐는 셈나로 구조 되게 말이잖아요. 아니 딜라야 탑람 가르도 답시 제 되면은 아니 디토로 계저 발라발라시다 시기 말해요. 당하란서 치로 돌배 장장 시에제 배 두주 고난 할래 시에네. 다 가시는 시에서라고 말하다 등산 시에서의 소셜 미디어다 두주나라 두주기고요. 미지 투스나나 아, 가시 계절 시엔 좀 얘기면도 안 가죠. 바시에 되는 거라 시에제
I would say that in the monastery there were 5,000 monks, and I met quite a few of them that had subdued their minds. They had quite subdued mind. So whatever negative external conditions they met, they would be less affected by them. And if that external condition was negative, they'd find a countermeasure, a method, but they wouldn't talk much about it. For us, the way we talk about problems is often social media, isn't it? But then when you actually meet someone and talk, there might be a lot of talk, but no one's listening. So then someone is just there, kind of looking like they're listening, but what's really going in? Or who's talking?
I have one teacher, and if I go his place, sometimes I go 2-3 times a week, and then he know much discussion. All then he said then he nothing say much. Then I talk then. Then maybe then 3-4 metro we finish. I quit quiet. I give you a trick. Those people talking, you can say then. Okay, then. Okay, then. You don't need twice talk, just then. Okay. You recite the then. You recite the then. One lady, she want to see my teacher. He do sometimes checking this more.
Divination.
Yeah, and then she want to go there. And I help her. She went. She coming back. She said, "I'm nothing to this Lama talking. Then I'm talking finish." She said, "Oh, that I'm not getting. Oh, Chamba, this is your teacher. He talking then 3, and my all talking finish." Quickly come out. I met here some people, and they're talking then. I think here need 10 then, After 10 then the topic finish. Okay, 10. In Tibet the 3 is enough. Here 10. Here 10. Here need more 7 extra. 당연하죠. 다리 디 둔다디 수바. 다 수바세 디 기승 직시해야 돼. 딘난들이 이거는 사바징이 시도 수바세 갈라고 그러잖아. 수바스라디. 다 단단 뇌제라. 제면에 배서도 하시는 수수 뇌바 제니에다. 안에 뇌바 제니에데. 태운데 아니 수수 셈 맞고 가시지. 냐토이나 어디를 수바라고 그러다.
So last week, we were looking at the practice of patience, forbearance. So for those that are new, we defined it. What does it mean to be patient? It means that when you meet someone that's harming you or about to harm you, that doesn't disturb your mental peace. You do not get upset in the face of it.
Ta pena di sharwa, pe share, ta di tsik lamu she, pe di ma tanda do do lap shanarwa, pe di miji, miji lakwena la menya ne, pejo tsachik tsadawa dan kangbarwa de mera jaya inarwa, seko yuna, lakwena la menya de na, tangbo susu lakwa tsikirwa.
Yeah.
와, 당고 매되게 표정 마스코는 수술하고 치기도.
Yeah.
어디 빼야고요. 콘도게 당고 밀는 누구 뭐 당고 수술 쌤기 시도 돌고요.
The analogy, it's easier to speak of it by way of analogy. Someone who's intent on setting a house on fire or making something on fire, but before they even get to do that deed, their own hand feels the heat of the fire, which is saying that already one's mind is consumed by anger and loses peace.
이 접사오셔도 I saw the one some short document. Sometimes YouTube. Quite often I watching those things. And one person he want to harm other people, you know. And he put the water on the top on the door. He accidentally harm himself. Sometimes in the blue lagora, blue put a lot of powder, you know. He thought he wanted to put his friend's face, and first his friends blow his face. 그래서 밀반에 디타무스는 빼듯이 하고 싶다.
Good examples of people and setting up to hurt others, but they wear it first. They get hurt first.
어디 콘돌에 당고래 당고 밀는 누구 당고 스스로 누구 알아.
Yeah, you know, when you get angry, it's like that. Before harming other, you harm yourself.
알아서 소소 맞지다 콘도 다 먼저 내 기생여만 라인 봐. 콘도 사만요 미나 오르고 레스라.
Yeah, as I mentioned last time, to find a person that has never been angry would be a world record.
And that the car racing change, there's a world record camera, there's a crazy record.
Yeah.
There's a crazy record. Man, Morayata, Mata, Pedro, someone Medata. Pedro, there's a conjumorada, car racing, Jada, helicopter, there's a chocolate, Ya Pir, Ma Pir. They record Lagumara, de la Carriere.
Yeah. Car racing around and around is crazy. It's not really something to have a world record about. It is about burning lots of petrol. It's very expensive. Go up, go down. Same with helicopters. What kind of practice is that?
근데 남래 야 필마 필네 월고 있는 치우도서 배 월고 치우도서 필거다.
Yeah, if there's kind of a record to be made by flying up and down, the birds would get it because they do it the best.
그래서 콘도 사모녀 이미 전화서 미통녀에 콘도 사모녀 미통녀에 메잖아.
Yeah, in the context of your life, have you ever met a person that has didn't get angry, never been angry?
아니 통녀에.
I have not seen.
나라의 콘도 사녀였어, 좋아. 저거도 콘도 싫어서 있으면 막 저거도 쓰는데 콘도 싫어서 이거마다 그냥 하고 오면다.
I used to get angry, particularly when I had an empty stomach, then I knew I was angry.
My mother recognized, you know. I don't recognize. And then I'm become angry, and then she give me food, and I'm coming down. Come down. Imagine I went in monastery. I never tried to practice this, reduce my anger. But after 22 years, my angry gone. And I recognize I came here and I maybe told people. Sometimes here, we sometimes they volunteer cooking. Some people cook sometimes so long. 2:30 coming my lunch, 12:30 I'm hungry, and my lunch coming or no, I'm hungry. I'm not sick. I'm not hungry. Oh, I'm not hungry. That's good. Lunch comes down to 2:30, 2 o'clock, 1:30. Not really sure. And I thought, oh, that today cooking is new, exactly same thing. 제자한다 콘도 님이다. 콘도를 가보신 님 제요 말이야, right?
Right.
미디 나데 거기도 미디 콘도 사고도 신이 제요 말다. 나 미디 콘도 사고도
Therefore, thinking on the demerits of anger, no one likes anger. Not many people that say, "Oh, I like that person. They're so angry." Is it?
Opposite.
Yeah.
I don't like this person because he or she is angry. Opposite. I never met people said, "Oh, I like this person because this is a very angry person." I met lots of people. Oh, I like this person. He's so calm, so relaxed, so gentle, and something like that. And so generously or funny. And I heard those things reason, I never heard, oh, I like this person because this person lying, or I like this person, I like this person me angry. Oh, I never met people like that. 세상 안저 미 독보하고 우이나 아니 미 비주얼로 콘텐츠 줘야 말아 콘텐츠나 아니 가고면 놀라 그러더라. 가고 놀라고 말해서.
Yeah. So if we want to have lots of friends, we should not show that anger. Friends don't like that. Yeah. As human beings, we need friends.
다 아니 다 콘도 매우 간데서 그래.
Yeah.
간데서 그래. 이제 뒤월리야 그러다.
But then the question comes, how does one have no anger? How does one subdue it? Get rid of it?
다 될라 아니 금전 삼다. 콘도단 되절랑서 곰 잡제 믹좀 가가든 펜도 말이지 펜도 말이야.
That we have to do that with a reasoned approach. It's not just a matter of closing your eyes, being in meditation. Not at all.
될라야 제곰세야 되라. 스스 셰럽해 주체네. 삼로데스 당고요. 그래서
It is a type of meditation that's analytical. Here, one is using wisdom. One is introducing reason.
대 난다 준주단 되는 리바야고 싶다는 알아. 그냥 아주 상말라 콘도세베 냠뇨야로. 콘도세드 미 교과지 쉬비나, 그봐.
Yeah.
교과 쉬비나. 먼저 술 콘도세가도 먼저 미들 콘도세가도 알아.
Yeah.
교과를 콘도세가면다.
Yeah.
유과들, 그봐.
Yeah.
같이는 교과 콘도세가 오면서나 교과랑어요 말이지. 미슈고요래라로.
Yeah.
미디기 아니 교과 쉬비인자 교과 코랑이 말 쉬요 말래라로.
Yeah.
근데이나 아주 미들에 콘도사야 말이 미코랑 쉬요 말 코주지 네 콘도당 마제당 düzöge 뇨몽게 시완체니 미디 쉬르미지기 미코랑게 쉬요 말 뇨몽게 시완체니 쉬르스 지상 먼저 미들에 콘도사야 말이 상기 줌진 교과로 콘도마사야 지기 버 제릭바디하고 싶지도 아 줌진데
Lavil.
디상노단다 안다 뇨몽데라다 모네레다 뇨몽데다 모네 당모네 콘도사세데 뇨몽레다 안zo 먼저 뇨몽라 전환권을 지게요 말이죠.
And some of the logic we find in the text by Shantideva, the Guide to the Bodhisattva's Way of Life, is excellent. I mean, we've all experienced anger, isn't it? So let's give the example of someone that hits you with a stick. And when someone hits you with a stick, you never get angry with the stick because the stick is not free. The stick is being wielded by the person. You say, oh, they hit me, not the stick hit me, but actually, if you think about the person, they themselves are neither to blame because their mind is under the control of their karma and their delusions, their disturbing emotions. So the logic there, from that logic, we are not blaming the person, we are recognizing the afflictions, the afflicted mental states are the real enemy. So here we should pay disturbing emotions no heed.
세상에 뉴몬라 컨트롤사라 세상 난다디 그래 우마 그래 지나 니니레 시작을 지나 아니 두베 뉴몬탄다 뉴몬라 다다 그러면서 뉴몬 건데 주더니 간산데라 아니 다다게요 말해 두베 뉴몬탄다 간산미 송라
Yes.
뉴몬데 오늘 당한저 갑자기 오늘 자세데 뉴몬에 스미주지게 아니 간산데 말해 세상 아주 뒤중 간산데라 컨트롤사게요라
Yeah. And it says in one of the texts, the 400 stanzas, that one should get angry at these afflicted mental states. One should not get angry at the person. So don't get angry at the person, get angry at the afflicted states. The problem with us is we get angry at the person.
다 딜라 삼루페 망보다요 와 진짜 인도 아니 당문에 간저 간산데라 아직 콜라라면도 거이나 모이나 데라 베나다 조과 쉬워지고 말해네 다 만자 조과다 너와 누절데 조과 쉬님도 알아 칙 두자라고도 와 칙디 아니 칙야 칙 두자 마연 배양 칙년부 전 미콘돌라야 된데라고도 알아 디 내가 콘도사 주르와 제가 칙디 라이브인데 아니 칙디게 거니게 미들랑도 콘도사가 알아 제가 칙디 미디 셰르와 다 미디 뇨몬데게 네 먼저 주디 아지 다 코이나 모이는 뇨몬게 셔만 주베 인자 딜라 라와요 말해 코로나 삼바 마지와다 동에다 메데와지 요인자 알아 칙두젤라고 요래서 아니 먼저 미딜라 닝지다고 해야 돼 좀전직 된데리요 레스로
There are so many ways we can think about this, that when the person recourses to anger, they are not free, male, female, whomever, let alone the example of the stick. In our society, we might meet with people who use harsh words to upset you, or yet even others who use sweet words to upset you. Well,
the
sweet smiling angry person is quite a bad type of anger. Anyway, the words of the person, we should understand that the person that's using that speech, the mind is afflicted, the mind is not free, the mind is upset, and the mind is suffering. So we should have compassion for them. That's one point of view. Okay. Now, the second reason is that because we would have caused harm, we are getting that harm back. And this is the law of behavioral cause and effect. Yeah, so the notion of harm first falls back on oneself. Yeah, so if anyone is to blame, it is the self. There is a slogan, a piece of advice in mind training that says to banish all blames to one, to drive all blames into one. So when you're suffering, when problems come up, it is in your hand.
text message 디즈나라 아니 뒤에 너 얘기도 알아 이 배나 Facebook 다 YouTube 다 저라 탐야 돼야지다 마돼야지도
Yeah.
그래 디 마지네는 자자래 딩사 책 말에 바든 마진 요 찍내다 자자래 뚝사래
So we are about thinking about the type of patience when we are harmed. These days, harm can come in the form of a text on Facebook. It's a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Once the thumb is down, it's too late. You press a button and thumb is down. So straight away, when the thumb is down, there's like a, what's the word, projection? You know?
어딘데도 제가 딩상 치라게 뭐마다 만다게 콘도 사자당 심투야게 규제 망아요래 시라 망아요래다 교가요래 망아요래
Quicker, more. So unlike before, it seems that the conditions to anger are quicker and more, the causing conditions.
다디 제당 배낭한서 뭐마이나 산주딘데 통하여 말봐 다 딩상 수수 가바나라 산주상은 단다 내용 거라 아니 산주니 야가 제시가 말 누구 잔자셔야 되고 아니 중요하래다
Before, there was less or no news. Nowadays, it's all on the phone. And now, news is coming through. But rather than being good, it's bad, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, the news is kind of all going towards the negative, seldom on the positive, somehow. Our world does have good news, a lot of good things.
자랑주다 정말 다신 말에 유그랜데 날라이나 그냥 야고 망보도 선주 야고든데 망보도 와딘나라 미지기지로 로바 천조 지기지로 파주 로바 천조 지조 지기소 잡아단 짐바단와단 도저 야고라 원은 도저리도 싫어 띵으면다 알아
Even in the context that you're aware of Ukraine, a lot of people have gone in to help, to sacrifice, to give generosity, so many good things there.
안다디 홀랜드와 미잔치기 수수 모데나라 니에르와 수수 진다디 모데나 냐제 코나 강변나라 미샤기도 하데 저 빼미시 야고로 오늘 신으로 nga thoboji 홀랜드 코랑 thobo디 모데나라 니에더서 카르메 모데지나라 니 코랑게 강변나라 미 뉴슈장아 샤샤서
아
그래서 근데 다 그거예요, 맞지? 내주 근데 산주나라 통화요 말.
In Holland, cases of people sleeping in their cars and giving refugees a place to sleep. I have a friend who has a friend who sleeps in his car and there are like 20, 25 people in his house. It's good to know that.
세상에서 내주 하와이나 야가지 여러 오늘 지나가.
Yeah, there's always like a positive route we should follow.
대난시 당당하는 수수 이게 예용이 기계약 쉬어줘라 컨트롤하니지. 딜레 야가 망고 여래스로 누구 전냐다마 됐어.
And as I said before, your best teacher is the person that gets angry and causes you to practice. So, always see that in a positive light as well. Don't see them as negative.
와, 단다 컨트롤하면 다가라는 게 가라. 왜냐면 랍성아. 김제 망고 섬다라서. 다 딜라벤데 수수 셈데 니야지 셈게 강에 들네 돼야게 탑람 내용 거여라. 딜레인데 셈나지 강에 되네 직 되나 다 정말 되르다 간다. 다 드나가서 셈나네 되도 거야 말이야. 치료를 냐냐 삼단데 요인다. 근데 치료 가지 사제 제네 핑계요 말에 레가 제네 핑계요 말에 아니 톡보 통무 제네 핑계요 말에 아니 개개 제네 핑계요 말에 가시 개개 저거래 가시 티징 저거래 팽그 말에 개개 가지 저거잖아 팽그 말에 수수 셈나는 요다 탈라 마시나나 가르 제샤베나 지부지냐래 가도나 지버렸어.
And as was mentioned, when someone does get angry close to you, They are teaching right there on the spot. You have reasons to be patient, and there are reasons behind it. They're teaching you that. But if the mind always goes down a suffering or upset route, then everything seems to become upset if you recourse to negative mind, because then some people change the place they live, some people change their work, some people change their friends, some people even change their teachers. Well, you can have as many teachers as you want, but that's not going to help the situation. Yeah.
당한저 뇌제를 체면이면서 너버진이 지고 말 빼나 수수 가세 미질 너버지기도네 양한저 딜레 콘도세가도 대지고래 봐 수수 가위세 미지어와 당한저 미만차지 빼나 수수다 수수 파마 빈자로 어질 미기 너버제나 양 대콘도세가도
Yeah.
딜레 지산데 너버제니 뇌제를 제배 코란라 지난신앙한저 내가 구려지어래 봐 수술라 너버 제 심바체 제심바체 마음바체 숨차서 수술 아니래야
Yep.
아니 수술게 빈자 수술 가사들라 너바 제심바체 제버 주어서 마음바테다 숨 툭차서
Yep.
다 수술 마가스들라야 펜도 제베니야 너도 콘도세거더라
Yeah.
수술 마가세 콘도 딜레야 아니 펜도 제베이나 콘도사 펜도 제심바 지심바 제버 주어서 저 그러지 시작을 때 테마세 제가 누르고 왔다. 여디나 누르고 그래. 내가 망고 요래 스틸러.
Yeah. Now, in context of us getting angry around those that harm us, doesn't necessarily have to be an adversary or a foe. It could be one's loved ones, or someone gets angry at one's parents or relatives. So there are these general cases of someone that harms you, in the past is harming you now or will harm you in the future, and someone that harmed your loved one has harmed your loved ones in the past, present, or will harm them in the future. And then even in terms of people you don't like, let's say your enemy or someone you don't like does something good, and that has made you upset in the past, present, or future. So like all of the times we get upset, if you check up, it falls within these nine things. Yeah. We should meditate now. First, we set the correct intention.
심지신 편바지다 지조를 편바지다 수수 낭미다 편바 초보를 편바 된대지 지도가 지기 삼배는 굴론 신변지 굴론하고 제쇼스
thinking that today the actions of my body, speech and mind will only benefit other sentient beings, the sentient beings in community and society, friends and family. We should correct our intention.
hoida nima dirine che ngana bi semba kazu tubdu gi semba sangbo chido chigi samje ya gulon do duba ji kyapsha asra.
Making the essential motivation today, I'll do my best just to have kind heart.
Hoida kawo ngana jula dinde gi sem rubu ningbala semba sawa ji yu tenje ro kawo.
Now rejoice, thinking that on this old body, one's mind has a fresh potency. Rejoice in that.
Aya dangzo longzhong inda bini exercise ro. Jano zi keba di tsui zhongbo de. Zil mikzum na rigare, ni lakba di duks de na, vijinda gom jab di duks de na thangbo di desi kabo di jela komna yago yores ro.
Adil. Now we do breathing exercise. Once again, check your posture is upright. The eyes can closed initially, and then the right hand over the left, the level of the navel. And when you get used to this, it is good.
Ta nagu nini ushu jiten tsui dang sheba che. Ani paa dang di sheba che, tsui dang di subu chazan nala ya uzu. Ani paa dang di subu chazan, u chazan paa ten. Odin res tena, ani pe subu ge truden le pingres ro.
Now, just being aware of breath in the nostrils, inhalation, exhalation, being aware of the air, the breath filling all of the body, then expelling. This is good for health.
아니 옥추 당파던데 수부 상마베 혈르 샤는 샘바에베 시바 차송 탱고레스.
Being aware of inhalation and exhalation, the body becomes relaxed, the mind is at peace. Be aware of that.
그래서 당랑가 수부베 혈르 차송 샘바에 시바 차송 탱고레스 이지적으로서.
Now think one's body is relaxed, one's mind is peaceful, have conviction of that. Be aware of that.
아예 다드네 미야다 미나들 마샤 uk퉁아지 주 당파단 시베시 디스테아스라.
Now, gently opening the eyes, focusing them on the bridge of the nose, and just being aware of shorter breaths. Now I'm breathing in, now I'm breathing out. Be aware of that.
uk수 당게 요 파던 거 신기도나 신고요나 야 셈잉로도나 신기요나다 약셔리다 중나 uk수 당 파던 거 시고래 다 건조 가셔 당원 셈 가서 굴로 템 죽두고도나 안디 가야라 베자마지 시제네 셈 uk수 당 파던 거나 장가점 줘 왔지 좀 장가 주사고야 줄리스나 야 주네마 레고서 레고리스나 아니 sen susu nedang subu nedang singmi nedang kante toa chitena ni shiwa kagusimbu yore se namdo yebe charo jila ji sem lo shi shi ro ji yore one o tigana sim tadawa tigana de zi nyambar sha shi de tuna ya wo yore se.
Once you have become aware of breathing, just being aware of inhalation and exhalation is good. You might find there are still distracting thoughts. Try not to push them away. Rather begin to count the cycles of breath. Now I'm breathing in, now I'm breathing out. That's one cycle. Counting up to 10 of those cycles. And when you get to 10, reversing back down to 0. When you reach 0, just observing the body at rest and the mind at peace. You'll notice the thoughts dissolve of their own accord. Try to then rest in the present moment and place the mind in that peace.
다 셈나 다면 샤무도나 한디 마제지 우코나 거 당도도 우 주당 수국 차장라도도 체가라도도 됐다지 근데 파단도 가르사고 도도 수용도 가와사고 도도 되게 시바치 우진로 우중 우진로가 셈샤 스테이쇼스
If there are thoughts, try not to follow them. Just be aware of the breath. Follow the breath with mind. When you breathe in, where's the breath pervade the body? And you breathe out. When you breathe in, does the breath pervade all of the body or some of it? So training here to ride the mind on the breath.
네 우베 수부 차단은 파 팀베젤라네 직 동상 서징은 왜 그런 신지 근데 용거랬으면 가실라 냠녀 용거 가실라 용거 말에 안 근데지 요년이나니 요년이 답배하고 봐대 셈디 왜 그런 시들라 셈샤데 아니 왜 그런 신데 아니 신배 chanju 심지 오인 체 다양 가실 셈 한다베 덴보르스 림블리로 차스나나야 수수 인게 가도들라 배워 가고란 신지 여체 메바체로 아니 디 신뱅기 심 지하게 아니 뭐 게데 여 텐자도 세 곰데스 잡샤스
Being aware then of the breath within the body and following that with your awareness, with your mind. So at times when the breath dissolves within the body, dissipates, there is like a vacuity. Some will recognize that vacuity in the nature of light, that your mind is in the nature of light and is in the nature of benefiting others, the goodness of bodhicitta. If you cannot recognize that, just think strongly that it's the level of your heart is the mind in the nature of light, that is in the nature of kindness.
하다 미신다게 코너라니 당 예연도 맞니 상주 두자 근데 고연도 아니 디 스스 레벨은 수 슈인도 아니 근데 닝가로 외가고 신빙그 지 곰대로 되게 아니 파 비자 잡으러 야 색도로 근데 상당히 수수 심시와 냐tum나 다 söba söbe nyamle yoyala ne rewa yorsirwa
Now thinking if there are those that make you angry, or if you hear immediate news, this and that is bad, imagine then that dissolves into you, into the level of white light at the heart, and one's mind is endowed with taking that on, transforming it, forbearing it. That is the best.
oh yeah ta ding anzo jing ni matawar shikum jayati shirwa ta jiranzo luxe anzo nimdol kom jabdena lel hawdu warwa
Yeah. That is a daily practice we can do with meditation. It is easier when we do it in a group.
ta di jime susu nanglo fa chini ni shobwe kom di mitune tuzu shirame kama chu na la di kom ta nang anzo jayati je tsabache tuzu mangwe yo na ne kama sumju zisina la halolo shi jamna yago yorwa di kumshi sotomna pe yago yores tangbo di hang.
Now, it would be good to take that home and make it an everyday practice. In the morning, what we've just done, we can essentialize it down to 10 minutes. But if you've got more time, you can do 30 minutes in a relaxed way. If you can make that a habit, that's a good habit.
The simple breakfast is.
That's breakfast for your mind.
And but free, you don't worry. Okay, free breakfast. And that ninganzo that ngoshi jizo na mi don to yinde ne ju damana khoing gore mi damana to yong ta du sama an hagwar de su ti le ya ji khonlani da ma ju sanyi na ta gigen yakshu yin tengor das ni matiri ne je ne ta tenju ti ja la gor konzal.
It's the case that when we go out in society, we see and meet and interact with many different types of people. Some conditions are good, some not so. But anyway, if those close to you are the conditions upon which anger arises, one can think, thank you so much, teacher.
다 딘데 카둘라 야 수수 수번데 곰데 피조그 고갑레인제 야 두르 다 딘데 냥가요로 와 대한 섭섭체 그래서.
But you have to be careful because if those close to you are giving you the opportunity to be patient and dependence upon anger, there's also possibility it can get worse. So take care.
And maybe you can try to something like that. Or they're making me your angry. You can making joke, making joke, right?
Yeah.
I think my patient teacher looks me too much and I need more energy, and therefore I want to run. I will run out. Next year there, go for return 1 week, 2 weeks. In New Zealand, there laws. You don't have badge in your holiday, but your friend have badge. You can request. Could you stay your badge 1 week or 2 days, 3 days? Sometimes just go 1 day, and then coming back. Now I'm ready. Coming, making joke your friend. Now I'm ready. Coming, and they recognize. Don't say, don't show me angry. Yeah, come more. And too much you say, oh my patient not enough. I want to run. The Gamula is Yahweh, Gamuge, Choblan, and couldn't maybe
having a sense of humor and being able to joke is good in terms of diffusing anger, isn't it?
One day, I think in a monastery, my teacher's house number 17. We had at that time 30, plus we have 25 students and cooking together and two month, one day, 2 days, return roller, return cooking. And then one month he's very short temper, he's very angry. And his friend, he's cooking together friend. He's so nice monk. Very, he has very good patience. And the one is so angry, one is very good patient. They're working together. They're making noodle, noodle. The noodle, big pot making noodle. And then he throw lots big, and this my friend patient he said, you making lots big, this is not good. And he become angry, and he smash, and other friend say, okay, give me here one. He said, okay, give me here one. And then he's a little bit shy, and he run away. He bring some noodles in some place, and he come out, and I come in. We is like that. We are very close. And he said, wow, I did big mistake, and I smashed his tambal kalauda.
Yeah, his cheek.
And he said, give me another than here, And I'm so shy. And I told you go back. You said, sorry, apologize. And please come with me. And he said, please, sorry. He said, oh, so okay, this is a very nice feeling. So there I have some back and forth, those Indian people put lots, what's it, first wet, what's it, the powder, powder.
They powder their face.
Powder, and he said, you put my lots powder, my face become very nice, He never become angry, he's so relaxed, you can tell something like that, They're making more hardship. More worse coming more. This gemu di mew so shagura thamlam di tuzu pe sube nyamle ge da tirda sa nyuba power ba.
The practice of patience has tremendous power, and humor is one of them.
And we have debate time in my classmate. We had exam once year exam, and he marks 5%, and he got I think he got 90 out of 85, 100. And he think he is better than me, He have 5 extra, And then we have debate, and then maybe 30 monks watching. And I give answer, he give question. I give answer, he give question. And he stuck there. He lost, and lost people watching. And he has some ego, Laura.
Ego.
He think he better than me. Reality, he not better than me. Anyway, I give answer. He lost a little bit. And suddenly he gave me a smash like that in my face. I'm laughing, I'm laughing. This is very good proof you are learning practice Dharma, This is a very good result. You did a good job. You did a good job. But I don't know what to answer you because I'm coming here just debate. I don't know what. And he said, please give answer. No. And other man I said, you come. I want to debate with you. He's lost his temper. You need meditation. And I thought, I laughing and nothing. And after debate, and he said, I'm so sorry. Please go to a restaurant. He want to give me noodles. At that time, noodles is a very, very luxury food. We don't have money, I don't have money that time. And I said, no, I need to go to look after my teacher, 8 o'clock evening. My teacher go to bed 9. I need preparation, helping this making bed and making sometimes I have to shower for him. And I need to go to look at my teacher. He said, no, please come, rest. And he ordered 2 noodles and lots, some momos. He said, it's sorry. He apologized. And we are very close friends. We are same teacher. And then he gave me like that. And I go back and I told my teacher. And he gave me smash here. And after that, he gave me noodles. And my teacher said, okay, if you're hungry, you can ask him tomorrow, give me here one more. And you have another noodle, Funny, yesterday I'm talking with him. He's in Tibet now. We are very good friends. And he asked me last question. Before he went to Taiwan. Now he live in Tibet. Yesterday, recently we talked. Still we have connection, Yeah, this is patience power. I have noodles, This is 근데 여러 수박이 수박이냐? 다 콘도사는 파슈 추슈 저 말하러. 이거 수박 감되나? 야보다. 콘도 삼아서 오는 거 같아요. 콘도 삼아서 알아 양도 있어 아까 딱 먼저 롤라나 뒤에 빼졌다. 다 삼무단다 야고래요 말해. 직sem로 닝지로 이래면서 콘도 삼아서. right.
It is the patience, the practice of patience is very good. Someone gets angry, you get angry back. What's the Dharma in that? But with patience, and I had that experience of, in those situations, perhaps not getting angry so fast. Maybe that was the benefit of studying a lot and having compassion.
제가다 드리네 수수 틸레 니디 근데 challenge 당 데 틸레 니 지고 말해 베나가랑저단다 베나간도 수수 만원 상말라 시벌 가고 열와 잠 시와당 미시 님중라 가 미상만 미시 님중라 가도 열와 인자 아니 이 유그랭기 미 님중도 절라 아니 건저 마저 미망부 세빈다 건저 부딘다도 절 콘도사기도 와 콜 콘도사요 만 오네스는 콜 닝지게요 그 동네 쉬우지 속어요 와 이상 간저 콜라 나와요 말 쿠주지 이고당 마제당 딘데다 그냥 땀년다당 빠와 거야당 딘데게 심낭게 녀모 마시와되게 콜라하면 쓰는데 또 되게 마음 받고 동네 쉬우 용거로 와 단다고라 마지고 쉬우죠 와 두삼 그 동네로 와 그래서 콜라 닝지게 오르면 이제 콘도사지요 말어 데 두저 콘도기 냠는 나라 용고요 그래서
And let alone us being challenged by those that are close to us, those that see you. Well, in a more bigger sense, we all like peace. We want world peace. We like humility, to be humble. But if we look at the situation in Ukraine and the Ukrainians, it could be easy for us to be very angry, for example, at Putin. But in another way, he's an object of our compassion because of ego, because of pride, because of wanting fame, because of wanting power. Such a person is not free. And this is stolen, in a sense, his mental peace. And if we look at it like that, in the future, such a one has created the cause for a lot of suffering.
동네치가 깔래 카슈 가르치면서 깔래 카슈 내가 치슈 오랑 내가 치슈 딩마 징이지 오랑 가디 니다다니 폴리스 여러 아미 도저 라 닝지가 닝 콘솔라 닝지라도 딩마 징이지 해서 콘솔 저 뺑엠바 첼레게 받은데 소매인다 콘솔라 닝지라야게 팅마 찡이지 콘솔라 닝지라 브로체서 제가 종간나라 거는 수순 예다다니 밀 닝지 공부여라 두두다 간저 빼레 제가 로뉴주제라 빼 세바시와 빼 노모레 다는 미 로뉴시나 종간 두자든데 난 대스나나 아니 셈바 마지버 되거라다 지다 닝제 냠네 체 스베 냠네 체자는 로뉴주제라 나디 타워디 당마 다람살랑가 투스 제뇽아 이나 계제시 뇽데메데 딩미 겨울음지 순저가라 빼자위나 미상어디 구 타워디 타워로 빼 시와 게임게 살레지도 지단 로뉴주제라 종간날레사나 셈나 시와데데 셈나게 시와드냐 먼저 빼 먼저 프루브 요레스로 땡야 요레스 제상디 지 요레 라제데오 마야베 스베 냠는 공바데 수수 생기 시와냐도야다 아니 수수 침장 참보용야다 근데 지디 부구당 거의는 째와 부구요로 어디 프루비오레스로 다가지 시에데요 렉처로 같은데 말했을 디 카요라에 소연나나 먼저 칼라레 생기 칼라로
Yeah. So then His Holiness gave the story. He was talking to a monk that was imprisoned in Tibet for 20 years. His Holiness asked this monk, in that experience of being imprisoned for 20 years, what was your greatest difficulty? What made you suffer the most? To which he replied, there are one or two times when the guards were beating the prisoners almost unimaginably that I would lose my compassion. I would lose my compassion for them. The guards who beat people in prison, one has to have compassion for them, right? So in that 20 years, after that 20 years, when we looked at such a monk, he just seemed normal. He was in Dharamsala. I didn't talk to him personally, but I saw him. He was an extremely relaxed, happy-go-lucky person. And if we look at that, what he went through in prison, we would have to say it's like the proof of the practice of great compassion. It is not just a story that such practices work. It is the fact that if we use those practices with our family, with our friends, loved ones, it is reality. This is like food for the mind.
단대 모든 게 미드 상황 심 동바래 치료를 축부름 밀레니아에 나로라 임지 0래 0 밀레니아 나로라 0래 치료를 밀레니아
There's a danger that in the modern society, inwardly in our minds we are empty, but externally people can be billionaires. Inside, nothing there.
You see the millennial face, no laughing, no smile, very serious, very tight, like that. They use BMW, Jaguar car, like that. No smiling. The people barking car, little bit, people like, yeah, like that. Millennial, the Jaguar car, like that. Very like that, and losing. Tired face, no smiling, no relaxed. This show inside zero limit inside. 와, 이게 먼저 딱 통구도 알아. 무슨 통구도. 미 출로 주보 가서는 무슨 아제도 마 주부인 마 밀레니아 주부 아제로지. 아제야 장제데 블룸저. 아제기 칸데 심나는 잡았다 째와 요 말아.
We can see from people's expression the way they carry themselves. So although they might have a lot of wealth, there's pride around it, or I'm a millionaire or whatever. But inside their mind, how much loving kindness and compassion is there? Having said that, there's no chance for us to complain to anyone. We have to do this ourselves.
soba komya de ta nöje söme sini chena nöje damendare kuyu phazo chini dene ane dende ta ji mi jobo dende ma jamye da ta nezu damara thonde ne ngado khonda sagdo
Yeah.
ta di negabla ni kimje samda da tuzu neba jenye tuzu na nyingji komto bayina pe oyora.
Next, in the context of the week, we should just be aware of that. The harmers. Sometimes people that are harming the environment, and yet others go to fight in a war. The conditions around which we can get angry, but if we look deeper with reasons, we should have compassion for them.
예, 당보 안그리 전에 수수 그 수부가 내단래 뉴고도 어떤 딩상다 모던 기 컨디시고라 이미 콘도 이미 시스템 사고요라 수부가 살롱데 뉴바디 사고도 라고요라 띵고다 전한도 망고지 모던 산데스 이제 요라 예 망고지 뉴 릴리전레 모던 산데스 데 안스탄당 다벤당 콘저 테리들라 저 이제 제도고요라 데 수수다제 마제나나 저는 religion race modern religion race
Okay, so then there is also the fact that if one allows the conditions to upset one, the body is compromised or the immune system gets affected. So this is in line with modern science or medical science. You guys probably all believe that. That could be like a new religion for us. Einstein's view, Darwin's view. That could be like the modern thing we follow.
저는 나는 수수다제셔 미식 셰브레스 이지치 요 말이다 모던 상대생아 이지시다 메르바 수수수 다제체네 라스나 라트나 켈렌시그르메
Yeah, but even that modern science, still it is better to check up thoroughly for oneself whether in fact that is the case in reality or not.
다도 가리는 수수 셈라 펜바당 수수 소에는 펜바지유나 디고다 로
Really what's important is in the context of your life, is something benefiting your mind or not? Is it beneficial?
어디제 다디네 드린 건다 대전한서 검자된 기스 도배진 전한서 망보지 레뉴도 저는 건다 미마좀 건라네 드린 내가 논도 만디고 가르가르 제도 대파 줘버체 산인가 내가 논도 양자 지으면서 아니 수수 내가 야고 제든데도나 저절라 가봐곰 저도 뭐면은 제 산인능의 검적 실내 편도 지어야 되는데 지금 서 공부인 인지 공부인 시제네 이 국토비나 니마지기 공부 냠랭게 베직 도와지다 당부 베직 도거라고더라 근데야 부타르다르 땅이나 지난저 시다자 남배나 시다자요레네 생기고 따르고 공고란 것도 하장게 띵서고 쉬던데 세단 됨바던데 망부 다 로존체 공접체 요레스로 저야요 말에 메지들 저야요 말에스
So then, in the context of the daily practice before we sleep, be aware of the day's actions. How was it? Were there actions that you could regret and recognize fault? If so, make the effort not to commit those the next day. Conversely, if things have gone good, if they've gone well, that you've meditated, helped others, and practiced patience and compassion, make the strong resolve to do the same the next day, even better. And then if one does that basic daily meditation practice, then it goes from strength to strength to strength. Of course, if one wants to go deeper into the nature of mind, into the nature of the view of reality, Buddha Dharma is very vast in that context. It is something that you can study in a valid way and study in a way that there's no limit. There's just no limit to it.
Rita Charles나 아니 단도 로야다 곰자 망고요 리타 돼요 말했어. 저런서 내가 리타 돼나 데 곰자 로저 지기나 저예요 말에 보링 차제예요 말에서 같이 장장요 야무도 어디라.
Even when you get to retirement, it's not something to retire about because there's still something to meditate on. There's still something to study. There's no end to that.
이러다 저는 어디 리타이먼트 이 강박하셨는데 아니 TV지 돌느냐 녀비아래도 알아. 니 녀비아래들 미마 좀 검자 탭든데로 순주든데 근데 너는 가와 녀비아래라 봐. 왜 기부여라 뭐네시너라.
I've been to some retirement villages. They seem to be looking at TV and quite bored sometimes. But if you study, if you meditate, if you work with your mind, you never get bored.
TV 채널 약속이 있으면요.
The best channel is in your mind.
Yeah, refresh, easy to quick update, you know. Very fast update. You know, and you don't need to pay money. You don't worry power. You don't know what signal. You know, don't worry. Just here, those coming. Those different color. Sometimes sound. Less sound. 근데 당한서 네 당한서 군론 찬주심 군론체 아니 검잡다 최신변지 상말로 직수수 지금에 저런서 될라 오벤 만드체 용 다데스 직심 시대식 구구도 삼 용화 다가랑 빼면세 아니 소남 쇼지 사요레 안데 소남 사바딩 말한서 개와디제리아 루스 오면은 지체나 당한저 단다 잠불링당 소소 팬도여와 덴데스 시도위나 빼야고요라 zambuling misangwe ngaranzu nashi gomjebjina zambuling shidi nima nisu na dore nga shenla pendo chigi nga shenla nyoba chigi me nga semba sangbo chigi ngaran meze di shiwa chigan degi yinsi choranzu nashi di dus misangwe zambuling mi chazan de dewe na nima chigni na la zambuling shiwa chagara shidi chagara ro.
So we have meditated, we have thought on altruism, bodhicitta, the thought of concern of others' welfare. You have come here with an open mind. I am thinking, what is the method for mental peace? Just seeking such things creates a lot of merit. The virtues now we collect together and dedicate them to help the world. In fact, if all of the beings in the world thought like you, perhaps in 1 or 2 days there would be world peace. The fact that you are thinking, how can I help others, not harm them? How can I cultivate kind heart? How can I live this life in peace? If everyone did that.
난 저런서 곰잡 수수 주어다야 배전 채워디. 아니 내가 밀레 펜토면 펜토를 저런서 낭미단 토부 종물을 펜토그래. 당고 수수 곰잡서 난 낭미단 토부 가래. 저런 팅산 때지 릴렉스로 보시도 때지 다금면도 랍잖아. 다 뒤라고 당하 곰제기였다. 곰자는 펜도 지기도 지라고 그래다. 미시지 디레 나데 곰자가 도이 저랑 둔다지만 도그레스 근데 람나 요 내가 지금 말다. 랍지요 말인데 라고 말해서라.
They need to ask if meditation can change the mind of us humans. If it is done, then definitely there is effect. And if you do it, your relatives, those close to you, will feel that effect. Your family will feel that effect. Then they might approach you and say, how is it that you seem more relaxed these days? To which you can reply, it's the meditation. In no way should you push your trip saying, you have to meditate, you have to study, you should not do that one. Yeah, there's no benefit to that pushy approach.
다디네 당서 겨워디제 등오면은 요것이 내 마치카시 된시란서네 심딩네 면람 잡셔서 담블링 시디 존네 뉴드 요야 아니 중외 뉴즈도 시도야 중외 뉴즈 담는 용도 아니 단다 막둑 단다 잡대도 다디 존네 뉴드 시야 아케지셔디 막 bombo 단다 푸딩라레도 그 심디 요시도나다 아니 다레도 그 ngaje디 마 차나디 요로 ngaje디 코는 짜와디야 짜와 요로 짜와디 자셔로 도지 짜와디 아니 베 유그런 게 미만다 잠블링 밀라 강에 마야지 짜와시 레비나 다 쳐줘로 요만하다. 전난 데기 저월리 투야. 아니 지금 상당한 저디 나자 내염데 다마 지금 노모로 차로 야구도 하러 다 뒤에 봐 짱마 짱세로 투야. 짱마 짱세로 투야. 오늘 지 안다 지미몽부지 칼라마라와 둘로 마라와 매 마라와 매 줘라야 아니 그 파마빈지 카체바도 파마빈지 뉴트 투야. 어딘데게는 삼지 탐제 줄래야 돼. 지금 셈바 상보 찬주그셈 지겨 제로체나 삼지 대겨 줄지 삼다 면은 오면은 야고 지시데 녜드네마 지카시데 저런데 곰 잡시 왔어.
Now those virtues we've accumulated together, we gather and dedicate deep in our minds for world peace. There are also these disturbances with elements in the world. May they be pacified. There is fighting in the world. The war, may it be pacified, particularly the leaders who have within their power the potential to change it, but due to pride, such as Putin, it doesn't seem to come. But there is love within, there is potential love within them too, that they can have love for Ukrainians and all of the beings in the world if they decide to do so. That love is there, potential is there. May it be so. And then with regards to COVID, may it be clean, pacified, as it was before when we could go about here and there and travel. May it be like that again. Also that those that need food, may they find it. Those that need clothes, be clothed. Those that need medicine, find the medicines they need. Particularly those that are separated from their parents and children or friends. May those separations cease to be. In short, may the kind heart be born in the minds of each and every being, and may that which has already been born increase but not degenerate. I will say some verses to that end. Please pray likewise.